The mid-20th century was a time of great tension and competition. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a Cold War. Both superpowers sought to prove their technological superiority. Space became the ultimate battleground. The Soviets struck first. They launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957. This event shocked the United States and ignited the space race. The race to the moon was on. Both nations poured resources into their space programs. The goal was clear: to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth. The world watched with bated breath as the two superpowers inched closer to this ambitious goal. Every launch, every orbit, every spacewalk was a victory. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy challenged the nation to land a man on the moon before the end of the decade. This bold vision energized NASA and the entire country. Years of intense research, development, and testing followed. Finally, in 1969, the world held its breath. Apollo 11, carrying astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, launched towards the moon. On July 20th, 1969, the lunar module Eagle touched down on the lunar surface. Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on another celestial body. His words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," echoed around the globe. The impossible had become a reality. The Apollo missions brought back a wealth of scientific data and physical evidence from the moon. Hundreds of pounds of lunar rocks and soil were analyzed. These samples provided invaluable insights into the moon's composition, history, and formation. Scientists were able to study these samples, confirming their extraterrestrial origin. Moreover, the astronauts left behind instruments on the lunar surface. These instruments continued to send data back to Earth. They measured seismic activity, solar wind, and other lunar phenomena. The information gathered from these instruments further solidified the evidence of the moon landing. The Apollo missions were tracked by independent observatories around the world. Radio telescopes followed the spacecraft's trajectory. They listened to the communications between the astronauts and mission control. These independent observations corroborated NASA's accounts of the missions. Furthermore, the astronauts placed laser reflectors on the moon's surface. Scientists on Earth can aim lasers at these reflectors and measure the time it takes for the light to return. These experiments provide precise measurements of the moon's distance from Earth. The existence and functionality of these reflectors serve as tangible proof of the moon landing. Section 5. Whispers of doubt, the seeds of conspiracy. Despite the overwhelming evidence, some people believe the moon landing was faked. Conspiracy theories emerged, suggesting that the event was staged in a Hollywood studio. These theories gained traction among those skeptical of government narratives and fueled by a distrust of authority. Theories often point to perceived inconsistencies in photographs and footage. Shadows, lighting, and the absence of stars are cited as evidence of fakery. The lack of a visible blast crater under the lunar module is another point of contention. These doubts, while seemingly compelling to some, lack scientific basis. Section 6. Shadows and Stars, Unraveling the Conspiracy Theories. Scientists and experts have debunked these conspiracy theories time and again. The perceived inconsistencies can be easily explained by understanding the lunar environment, photographic techniques, and basic physics. For instance, the lack of stars in the photos is due to the exposure settings needed to capture images on the brightly lit lunar surface. The absence of a blast crater is explained by the fact that the lunar module's engine was designed to throttle down for a soft landing. The lunar dust, being much less dense than Earth's soil, would not have created a large crater. These explanations effectively dismantle the foundation of these conspiracy theories. Section 7. Fact versus fiction, weighing the evidence. When evaluating the evidence, it is crucial to rely on verifiable facts and scientific understanding. The evidence supporting the moon landing is vast, consistent, and independently corroborated. The conspiracy theories, on the other hand, rely on speculation, misinterpretations, and a lack of understanding of basic scientific principles. The burden of proof lies on the proponents of the conspiracy theories to provide extraordinary evidence to support their claims. However, no credible evidence has ever been presented to challenge the authenticity of the moon landing. The weight of evidence overwhelmingly favors the historical record. Section 8. The Enduring Legacy, Inspiration Beyond Doubt. Regardless of the persistence of conspiracy theories, the Apollo 11 mission remains one of humanity's greatest achievements. It inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and dreamers. It pushed the boundaries of human ingenuity and demonstrated the power of collaboration, innovation, and determination. The moon landing serves as a testament to the human spirit's boundless capacity for exploration and discovery. It reminds us that nothing is impossible when we set our minds to it. This event continues to inspire us to reach for the stars, literally and metaphorically. Section 9. Conclusion. A universe of possibilities. In conclusion, while conspiracy theories may persist, the evidence overwhelmingly confirms that the Apollo 11 moon landing was a real historical event. The scientific data, eyewitness accounts, technological achievements, and independent verification all converge to support this undeniable truth. It is essential to approach such debates with critical thinking, relying on evidence-based reasoning rather than unsubstantiated claims. The moon landing stands as a testament to human ingenuity and our insatiable thirst for knowledge and exploration. As we continue to explore the cosmos, let us remember this monumental achievement and the spirit of discovery that propelled us to the moon and beyond.